Call Halayimla Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hopeful 144 and 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan. And this is going to be a little quick hit. Time is running short, and these prophecies are coming to the full head. The full head meaning all of it. All of the Bible is being proven to be truth. Okay, no mistakes in it. All right. This Bible is not only the history book, but the prophecy for Yasharallah, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, okay? Speckled birds included. Your father goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's also prophecy for the end of Esau's world, which is heir, a eon, amount of time, a kingdom. Okay, this is the end of his kingdom, going back from Alexander the Great, the Renaissance, to now. Okay, and in between. All right, so this is what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah prophesies during this time on earth, and what was to come after. All right, so this is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, okay, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, and this is the whole earth, okay, and of the sea, for the devil, who is the devil, the enemy, the adversary to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, to the law, statutes, and commandments, okay. One to the habitations of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, okay, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time, because the elites know that this is the end of their rulership of this kingdom, okay. The elites, all the money, what do they say? You follow the trail of money and you can see where everything is, where everything comes from. So we know this world is ran off wealth, and who owns the wealth right now? Edom, the elites, okay. The who Yahweh Shai gave the sword to, okay. This is the end of his time, and we see the madness and everything that's pursuing from it. We see that we're in the time of Noah right now, when the Lord destroyed the earth. All right, this is the book of Psalms 83. So what got my attention for this video is they're coming together. They're having a council. They're having those think tanks, and they're about to push this martial law. It's not a joke. It's here. It's in legislation. It's in real time, and they're definitely ready to pursue it. The UK is already going door to door, and if you're feeling protected over here, you gotta understand that the same measurements that they're running under, it's the same game plan for the whole world. This is not. This new world order is not for the United States of America. It's not for Russia. It's not for China. It's for the world. Okay. So this is Psalms 83, starting at verse 1. A song or a psalm of Asaph. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. For lo, thy enemies, thy friends, know thy enemies. Okay, those who serve you and love you, know thy enemies. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah has enemies, 17 nations. He created not for love. He created them as fillers to the movie. He created Esau as the #1 adversary of Jacob. You so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, the nation that he cares for, Yasharallah. Okay, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult. That tumult is a loud uproar. Okay. And they take Salakia, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head. They have taken crafty counsel. Once again, think tanks. I'm gonna give you a little view of that. Adawan Ratzazah, that's Lord willing, coming up here. They have taken crafty counsels against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Okay, the prophets. All right, the seers of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, his saints. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. So once again, didn't we lose our remembrance as part of the curses? He took our identity from us. Okay, it's part of us being disobedient, and these nations took part in it, and they still do to this day. That the name of Israel, Yasharallah, he Prince of Power, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, may be no more in remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent, all the nations. Once again, the new world order. They are confederate meaning together in league against thee. So when we see this World War III popping off, it's all the agenda. It's all the agenda. They like order out of chaos. They create the chaos and they create the order. Out with the old, in with the new. The tabernacles of Edom. Who is that? Edom. That's starting off with once again, I already said, Yasharallah's main adversaries, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's main enemy that he created, okay, for his movie, Edom. All right. And the Ishmaelites, who is Ishmael? Abraham's son, okay, which would be Abraham's son, which would be the brother of the uncle of Isaac, okay? No, the uncle of Jacob, the brother of Isaac, okay? Ishmael's son. Ishmael, Abraham's son. So the tabernacles of Edom. Who is Edom? Esau, Jacob's brother. He is against Yasharallah. Ishmael, his uncle, is against Yasharallah. Moab, his cousin. Moab is the cousin. That's Lot's children. Okay, so the tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and of the Hagarites, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek. And who is Amalek? Amalek is Esau's grandson. He is the head. He is the least of the flock, the little hatters. Okay, he got called out in this because he is the head of that flock. Okay, of Edom. The Philistines, the Hamites, with the inhabitations of Troy. Okay, so this is just a rundown. All the nations are against us, though. Okay, and look, here's a little insight right here. Fair use, copyright. Okay.
But another one I could
Salaki.
zoom in to see what it says. Discussion also for National Guard emergency management, law enforcement, share planning consideration during roundtable. They were planning for this already. And when we read down into it, what do they say? It says the conversations was that the process of activating the members of National Guard in Washington was known as home rule state. Home rule is a term used by emergency managers, which means control of resources in an emergency or disaster. It's at the local level. Cities or towns will make a request for assistance to the county in which it resides. If necessary, the county will forward the request. And it says this year's discussion also focused on the needs for potential future civil unrest. We were there to create shared understanding with local stakeholders in the context of civil disturbance, since the Washington National Guard is a force provider to augment jurisdictions when their capacity is exceeded. It says LTC Keith Kosick, J7 Joint Force Headquarters and moderator for the event. We wanted to understand what they thought they would need and where would they need it for the next likely civil disturbance mission. We also wanted to create shared understanding around the Emergency Management Division process to vet requests and identify resources during emergencies, as well as discuss typical Guard capabilities and missions set during civil disturbance missions. Continuity of government.
So as you see here, nothing is a coincidence. This is all plotted and planned out skillfully. Okay. And you would say, well, our government wouldn't want this to happen. Yes, they do. It's the out with the old and in with the new. Okay. And for to get this on straight line, all of this is the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. This is the bringing down the system. Esau is the end and Jacob is the beginning. And this is how the kingdom will be translated, not through peace. Okay. So that takes me to this. And once again, this was just meant to be a quick hit. I pray that this has been edifying. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, starting at verse 14. Woe unto the world. Didn't we just hear that? Okay. Woe unto the world. We just heard that in Revelations. And to them that dwell therein. Okay, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Once again, this is a promise of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This is why we know that these scriptures are living water, because this is taking place now and it's to come. This is not past tense. This is for us now, for those who are in the know, for the hopeful election. Okay, because the 2/3 are not going to take heed. All right, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Haven't we seen these militias coming together? Once again, over here in the United States of America, aka spiritual Babylon, aka spiritual Egypt, you got this faulty election process taking place where they took out one opponent and put in another one because the incompetence and incapability, and then the other one's just as stupid, and then you got a convicted felon running on the other side, and it's just a sloppy mess, and it's going to lead to chaos amongst the people. They're stirring up, they're rousing up the people. The Lord is allowing the people to be stirred up. Remember, the love of many is wax cold. Okay, once again, prophesizing that these scriptures are true. For there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings. Who are their kings? They're your senators, your so-called presidents, your mayors, your governors. Okay, they're not going to regard them no more when they come with this new lockdown for this bullshit ass strain that they're putting out here, and they're spraying the skies. I'm sick right now as we speak, guys. I've been under the weather for a week, and I've seen this shit land on me. I felt it landing on my body and everything. I was outside, and it just was drizzling down, and it wasn't rain. Okay, so they're spraying us. Okay, we need Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for protection. So this is 16. Second Esdras 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition amongst men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and their causes of their actions shall stand in their own power. So when these people link up, they're going to run. They're going to run the streets. They're going to bring, it's going to be terror on these streets, man. These movies don't even bring emphasis to how bad it's going to be once it actually takes off. Okay, a man shall desire to go into another city and shall not be able, and that's what I just got through playing for you. They're right now they're plotting your shutdown day where you can't go and what you won't be able to do. Okay, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. All man. That goes back to that man holding his belly like a woman in travail. Okay. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbors, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because the lack of bread and for the great tribulation. And once again, this is not by accident. This is being plotted from all the governments. Okay, Psalms 83. They're taking that counsel. This is the Satan's last time to stick them fangs out and go after you, Jacob. You so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics. Okay, so just take heed to this warning. And with that, I pray that this has been edifying. Shalom.